Golden Troy food. Troy was getting worked by Hunter. Line looked questionable. Wilson was flying all over the field, but didn't really make the impact I thought he would.
Okay, let's talk about it, man. Troy obviously didn't have the best night. Danielle Hunter, though, is pretty good. I don't know if y'all know that, man. So I was like, yeah, you kind of got a bad draw for that to be your first go out there, man. But, you know, you live and you learn. He did have a little knee injury, so I think they're saying that was why he didn't finish. I initially thought that they had pulled him and put Dylan Cook out there after that final sack, but apparently he did sustain a little bit of a knee. I haven't seen any, well, actually it was like mixed reports on it. One report was saying that he was going to miss some time. Another thing was like, nah, he's good. They're like, yo, he's going to be ready to start week 1. We're like, bro,
yeah.
What? All right. So kind of extreme both ways.
Well, because that's what Boo Man has a super chat that has to do with this conversation.
I want to say it was Dulac.
Yeah, where
I felt like
he said team just declared Troy starting right tackle with healthy by week 1 from Jerry Dulac.
Yeah, from Dulac. Yeah.
So I don't know if the team's necessarily declaring that, but I think that's Jerry Dulac giving his report or feel on the situation.
Yeah. How'd you feel about it, man?
Interesting. Wonder if it has to do with the 49ers trade with Ayuk and maybe potentially having Dan Moore in the trade package.
Ooh.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because if Dan is a part
it's
of
like
that
it's
trade
like in
package,
a way like prepping us for what the O-line's going to look like.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I think it would be crazy too to not have Broderick Jones starting one way or another for week 1. I mean, it's possible.
No, it's not possible. Broderick start. I don't care what you say.
If Fautanu starts right tackle, you think he's no matter what starting left tackle.
I don't care what you're saying. We are not putting our starting offensive line out there week 1, and Broderick Jones is not included.
I agree. I think that's how it should be.
I will have the biggest issue with that right there. There isn't a scenario where Broderick Jones is not starting at tackle.
Dan Moore didn't look bad.
There is not a scenario for me where
I'm with
Broderick Jones is not starting.
That's what I want the O-line to look like. That's what I want the
to
configuration
be. Don't you do that, bro.
Throw Zach Frazier in there at center.
No.
We got the 2 young guys at the tackle.
Yeah.
And Daniel, we got the veterans, Daniel and
Broderick
Sam
coming off that field no more,
inside.
man. Broderick is done coming off that field. Broderick, you are out there. You play right and left. I think that was Troy getting hurt was part of why I feel like Broderick had to go back out there. I'm like, Broderick, you ain't supposed to be playing that long. But that would make sense now. If Troy, because Troy got the hurt, he got the knee, that makes sense why Broderick had to go back out there. But, man, Broderick is starting for us at one of these tackle spots. If he starts at right, that means Dan Moore is at left. If he starts at left, then that means Troy is at right. But Broderick is going to be out there. I'm willing to go on that one. I ain't even talked to Pat Myers. Shout out to Pat, though. Awesome cat. I ain't talked to him just yet. Not recently, all right? But Broderick started. All right, I'm willing to go on that one. Yeah.
And I'm good with that.
Cheer, bro. Who's better than Broderick at tackle for us right now?
Let's
just be real. At right or
based
left,
off the report, they're saying if Fautanu is starting right tackle, then it's a little competition at left between Dan Moore and Broderick.
Who's better than Broderick at tackle for us right now?
Dan Moore's played a lot of games.
I support Dan. You know I'm a big Dan supporter.
I know.
I do not.
You're sounding like me right now.
More as Broderick. You got no. It's like am I cautious about just putting Broderick at left if that means that puts Troy at right? Yes, that was my hesitancy early on. But if we're saying that Troy is going to be at right tackle, I can't have that scenario where Broderick is on the bench. Like, for what?
I agree with that.
Heck, if worst case you start over Troy, then and Troy go to the sideline.
Right.
You know what I mean? Worst case. But I'm like, no, this is Broderick we talking about.
But what Dulac's saying is the Steelers already believe Fautanu is their second best O lineman. It's a Marquise Pouncey situation.
Are they specifying at tackle, or are they just saying in general?
Second best offensive lineman.
Bro, it's no way that they can already feel that fast, bro. What are we talking about? You have a Broderick Jones here.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see the report, especially
you got a James Daniels here. Like,
Fautanu is going to be out for these next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm surprised to see the report.
And I'm a big I rocks with Troy. You feel me? Low key, I be feeling like I'm connected because I got a chance to see it when he first got here. I'm like, we locked in, bro. All right, but I'm just like, that the second best offensive lineman that we've only seen him in 2 series of preseason. I don't know, bro.
And they didn't look good.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Pouncey, I feel like it was a different conversation.
Well, we didn't have any other options anyway at that time. Our line was terrible.
But Pouncey in the league his rookie year, we all was like, yo, this dude, he nice down here. Who this one? You know, I'm from Buffalo. I don't know nothing about anybody just like that. And I'm listening to the Paul Puzzlezzis of the world, the Reggie Torbos of the world, the Kafika Mitchells of the world. They're like, yo, that center is doing stuff that you're not supposed to do at center. That center is pulling and climbing. That is not what you're supposed to be able to do. And from then on, I just kept hearing the same thing over and over and over and over. No matter who I talked to, no matter where team I was at, it's like, yo, that's not normal. And when you play the position and you see how most centers look, you've seen with Mason Cole, you've seen with Nate Herbig. We can go and look at other centers around the league. I mean, think about guys that play center for us. It's like they all haven't looked and played like Pouncey since the Pouncey time frame. It's like Pouncey was freaky rare, man. I just don't know if that's Troy just yet. That's all. It's like, man, they said that.
Don't shoot the
They
messenger.
really said
I'm just
Come
saying.
on, bro.
That's
Like,
what Dulac said. The Steelers are saying. So the Steelers haven't come out and directly said that.
I
But
say, Dulac's an extension. You know that. Dulac, he's like the moon. All right, the Steelers are the Earth. He's the moon. He's hovering. He's constantly in. You know what I mean? He's in the know. But that's a little aggressive right there. But if you're seeing
especially
what
coming
you're
off
saying,
of him getting hurt and
Yeah.
missing these next 2 weeks, and he's
Yeah.
a rookie, and us already having
Yeah.
Broderick Jones and Dan Moore at the tackle spots that we could very well start week 1 and be okay with.
right?
Broderick at right, Dan at left.
Yeah.
It's a surprising report. I'm not against the report.
I'm
like
not against it either.
I want
Yeah.
it to be Fautanu and Broderick Jones as soon as possible.
That's what we drafted both of these guys for in consecutive seasons. But I think that part of what I've always had fear or even just try to caution is training camp success versus when you get into the actual stadium. And it's like we can see a guy having success in practices and we can look at that and, okay, is it familiarity? Are you like that? What is it? But then you put him in a stadium, different body types, different looks. And we saw it was a little bit of a different outcome in comparison to what the reports have been when I've seen him at training camp, you know? So I think that that's why for me, it's like, yo, to make that type of jump and statement off of
and after
practice
how he played too.
yeah, I'm just like, bro, I didn't get that. That's all. Yeah, just seemed a little, you know, I'm gonna call it premature, but yeah, a little premature.